Started. All right, and took us way too long to get back.
Yep.
Welcome back, everyone, to AirCon. It's really good to be back. This has been, wow, it feels like probably 3 weeks in the making, 3 or 4.
Dude, I'm an adult now. Like, I was 17 when we started this. I'm 18 now, which is cool. I'm recording this in my new Nightwing shirt.
Nice. I am wearing the Flames of Ambition DLC shirt from Elder Scrolls.
Rad.
And I finally found my old Bungie shirt that Michael Salvatore sent me.
You know, it's funny that you mentioned Bungie because at E3, which we were going to do an episode that day when it aired, but we decided not to.
Yeah, a lot of
E3
stuff
was
just
big.
wasn't lining up. We had a lot of personal stuff going on, and between stuff that has to happen off podcast and just schedules not lining up, it's great to be back.
Oh yeah, definitely. Now we got to talk about the elephant in the room with E3, Halo Infinite, and goddamn,
God.
I love how I'm hopeful for Halo again. Halo is one of my all-time favorite franchises ever. Period. And it's just glad to see that 343 they're making strides to make it feel like Halo again. Because 4 and 5 they weren't bad games.
No, they're not.
They just didn't have what I wanted out of the series, you know. But Infinite it looks like Halo. It looks like it plays like Halo, which is great. The sandbox is back. Equipment is back. I'm just so ecstatic for this whole game, and I can't wait for the flighting to happen.
It feels like a combination between the glory days of Reach and Halo 3 with a phenomenal new art style.
Oh my god, yeah. I love how we finally reached this middle ground where we have an art style that
it's both gritty
really,
and sci-fi.
See, I wouldn't say it's gritty. I was going to say how we have armors that 343 has made, but they're injecting into this new art style, and it looks fucking great. If you want, I could get a picture of the Anubis set, which was in Halo 5, and I'll get one of 5 and one of Infinite, and we could kind of compare them on stream.
Yeah,
that could be fun.
Get that put up, and I'll bring it up. Yeah, so Halo Infinite, among a bunch of other games, there have been so many releases with Elden Ring, Back 4 Blood, Far Cry 6, Overwatch 2, Slug Metal Tactics, the new Call of Duty season, Death Stranding's Director's Cut.
I don't think the FedEx game needs a Director's Cut, but, it's cool.
Apparently it's gotten one. But the Battlefield, the new Battlefield trailer, oh my god, that was so cool to see.
Mint Blitz recreated that stunt in the trailer in Halo CE.
That's cool. It's also the guy that did the stunt originally. When he saw that in the trailer, he burst down in tears. That is so cool to see, and that is so humbling, and it makes you feel like whatever you do in gaming can become reality.
Mm-hmm. Hang on, I just realized I should probably tweet out the stream.
Yeah, that should probably be a good idea, especially since my Twitter right now is privated. You're the only one that they can really see.
Right.
I'll explain that to you afterwards. I don't want to get into it on stream.
Alright.
But, yeah, other stuff like Game Pass being built into TV.
Oh my god, yeah.
The Series X drought actually being close to ending this month is phenomenal.
I actually picked up an S, right? And I will forever defend my choice on an S. And granted, yes, it's my second choice and I wanted an X. But having an S made me realize, oh shit, right now for the average person, if you get an X, you're basically just playing on an S with a disk drive. Because the majority of features that are X exclusive, you'll need a TV or a monitor that can handle that. And unless you already have a monitor or TV that can
this
go
guy.
For it. Yeah, I don't. My TV is 1440p. It could go up to 120 frames per second, right?
You can run anything on a Series S.
Yeah, I can run everything on a Series S. The only thing it doesn't have is a disc drive. It's fine. All my games are digital.
Yeah. The only person that really just needs to benefit from getting a new TV right now is Carter.
Yeah.
He said he's running on 768.
Yeah. 768.
That's not even. That's just HD.
Okay. No hate to Carter.
Yeah,
right.
No hate, but the guy needs a new TV.
And this might come off as a little classist, but like, okay, dude's family is better off than mine. He has a fucking intercom in his house, and his TV is 740. What? How is your house built like the fucking Pillar of Autumn, but you're playing on CRT? What?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
What's the deal?
Isn't he actually just playing on CRT at this rate?
Bro, it might as well be CRT. I don't know how it works. Okay. His parents very clearly well off. Like you hear it all the time when we're playing games. It's
oh yeah.
Carter, come down for dinner.
His Roomba has a mic on it.
I know.
I don't know. I've seen his house. He's all right. But Halo Infinite's Steve Downes and Jen Taylor were having so much fun in that little snippet. That you heard the renewed excitement in Steve's voice, and
bro, that one line, gosh. The missions change, they always do. It sent like chills down my spine.
I cried watching it. I was so happy.
Yeah. See, the thing is, and it would probably suck to follow me on Twitter because most of my Twitter followers, they're not really big into Halo. I know my.
Yeah, they're big into the other things you tweet about. The questionable things.
Elder Scrolls, my out-of-pocket things. And then just for like a week straight, I was just tweeting Halo shit. And it still goes into this day because I'm hyped.
I'm completely hyped. I'm going to have my Halo helmet right next to me as I'm booting up that game day one.
Yeah, okay, I'm going to be honest. There is, the statues for the collector's editions are cool, but nothing will beat the fucking Halo 3 Master Chief mic.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
No, I'm not even talking that. I went to Halo Outpost Discovery in Orlando for its first year.
Oh, you did? I was gonna go to the one in Philly, but
So far, it's been the only one that they did. I really hope they do another one because it was just so cool to see, and it was all Halo. I still have pictures of it all, and I really want to live out it again. And they sold
Dave and Buster's with somebody in Play Fire Team Raven.
It's fun. It's fun. This was back during the Master Chief Collection's launch for Reach.
Oh right.
So it was really cool to see. Mm-hmm. And doing this, I picked up a Gen 2 Mark 6 helmet.
Oh really?
Yeah, I have a Gen 2 Mark 6 helmet that's one piece and it's plastic vac formed.
Oh, that's cool.
It's really cool, really fun, and I got it to be painted my colors. So it's black and red with a little bit of silver on it.
Fuck yeah.
In a custom design that's fitting of me.
Yo, that's fucking cool as hell.
Yeah, I love it. And I recently just finally finished the paint on it, and I need to find out how to get EVA foam so I can sculpt the armor. But,
damn.
Yeah, I'm the cosplayer of the group. But you also have the... just hearing... and seeing the new Cortana, hearing Jen Taylor sound so excited, and
I call her Cortuna.
Yeah, she was sassy, and I liked that. It was fun.
Yeah,
it's like this is the Halo, probably the Halo 1 and Halo 2 Cortana. That's what it feels like.
Whereas 4 and 5 felt like extensions or sequels of like what Halo Reach was doing. This feels like a genuine Halo 3 sequel, much more than 4 ever was, right? This feels like we're going back to those same motifs, we're going back to that same thing, but we're still getting different stuff.
Weirdly enough, with a mixture between Halo 3 and Halo Legends look for Master Chief.
Yeah.
I'm not complaining, I love the look.
A lot of people, when they hear grievances that I've had with 4 and 5, they're like, oh, do you just want Halo 3 again? And I don't want Halo 3 again.
You want built off of 3.
Yeah. I want an expansion of what we saw there, and also, let's fucking go! We've gotten rid of the Spartan laser! Woo! I think the skewer's so much cooler, one, in terms of design and functionality.
Wait, the Spartan laser's gone?
From what we know, the Spartan laser's gone, baby! Let's fucking go! Let's fucking go! Okay.
I'm looking up the skewer on Halo Infinite. Was it in the multiplayer reveal?
It was. The skewer, for those who aren't aware, is a giant suitcase that you put over your shoulder that fires a javelin.
What?
Yeah.
It also has a giant knife on it.
I know, and I prefer this over the Splazer because the Splazer was just a fuck you laser. Like that's what it was. Like you couldn't dodge that shit like in a vehicle.
Oh yeah.
It was easy to fire, and yeah, there was a wind-up time, but it was a really short one. Whereas the skewer, yeah, sure, there's no wind-up time, but it's a projectile now, which is great because you can.
That's a big weapon. Oh my gosh.
No, it's fucking massive.
It's a banished weapon.
Hey, let me actually search it up and send it in the Discord here. So
Already on it.
Already on it? Sweet.
Yep. You got a this looks to be a 4K picture. Yeah, 2186. That's 4K. Wait, no, that's a 2K picture. Okay, got that there. Oh yeah, the new armor. Just absolutely gorgeous.
Oh, it looks, dude.
Yeah, there's your skewer. That's what we're running right now.
It's a fucking beast.
Oh yeah, it's a complete beast, and that thing looks like it will pack a punch. And the weirdest thing about it is the little 8 hatches into it right right above the javelin. That looks almost like the reach loading, like the noble the anti-dot symbol. Mm-hmm. That's interesting. Also, and this knife, I want this thing to do enhanced melee damage because of it.
Oh yeah. Also, if we're talking about the multiplayer overview trailer, the personalized AI, that shit is going to be hype as fuck.
Yeah.
We know the names of 2 of them from the trailer. There was Lumo, which is the green one, and then Butler, which was the yellow one. We don't know much about Butler, but we know Lumo. We've heard her, and she also has a description that we got from Waypoint, and that she was a financial assistant turned military strategist.
So she's an accountant turned Jason Bourne.
Yeah, she's an accountant. Like think fucking Die Hard, but financial skills.
Great. So we're also getting expansion to Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Starfield just got a 2022 release date for November. Back 4 Blood is coming to Game Pass on day 1.
Starfield had a little Elder Scrolls nod. There was a little outline of the Iliac Bay there, which is awesome. Oh shit! I just realized we still need to talk about Blackwood. We didn't.
Yeah, we never talked about Blackwood, and we also have to discuss the Sea of Thieves Pirates of the Caribbean expansion, A Pirate's Life.
Right, because they got those bastards. They didn't get Johnny Depp. They got an impersonator because it was all Amber Heard's fault. I will not be convinced otherwise.
No, justice for Johnny Depp.
Wrong. Exactly, he did nothing wrong.
No, even Amber Heard's sister discussed that Amber was the abuser.
Exactly. Amber Heard, if there's even a sliver of a chance that you're listening to this, you're a fucking cunt, and I hate you.
Jesus. Okay, I don't even think we could say that on air.
What? Yes, we can. Okay.
I don't want to get shadow banned.
That is fair. But all I will say is I have no respect for that sexual abusing rat. Can we say rat? Is rat okay?
I was gonna say trash.
Okay, trash. Okay, trash and rat, but no C words.
Yeah, we can't really drop that on a podcast.
Right.
Especially if we ever want to do a best bits compilation.
That is true. Best bit. Hey, someone clip. If you're listening, someone clip me calling Amber Heard that.
That's
get it trending.
That's Twitch, dude. That's not YouTube.
You could clip podcasts on YouTube. There's like a little clip button now.
Oh.
Yeah.
I barely listen to podcasts on YouTube. Ironically, and we started one.
Even on normal videos, there's a little clip button.
Wow. Breath of the Wild 2 trailer got dropped, and Metroid Dread is finally getting released 20 years later.
They're doing another Metroid game, but what I'm also surprised at is that Ubisoft has made those rats, those absolute rats. They're putting fucking Sam Fisher in anything except his own game. They're giving him a fucking TV show. Even if they just remastered Chaos Theory, all right, that's all they would have to do.
Sam Fisher is Splinter Cell.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's mostly because the only time I really ran into Sam Fisher was when I was playing Ghost Recon Wildlands, and I just kept playing that, and I forgot about it all.
Look. Chaos Theory, they had this co-op mode, right? It was I won't even call it the shit. It was the tits, right? That's what it was. Okay, you and your friend. You think Portal 2 co-op was fun? No. You could do like rolling cartwheels with your friends, climb on ceilings. It's like playing like Spider-Man with a friend. That's what it was, right? And it was rad. You know.
On a funnier note, the official Xbox Series X mini fridge has been released, or has been announced to be released. So yes, Microsoft kept its promise. You're getting an actual mini fridge of the Xbox.
I just really wish it could be used as a Series X as well, because think about how smart of a cooling system that would be. Like the cooling system that's so good it's a literal fridge.
WarioWare is coming to Nintendo Switch with WarioWare Get It Together.
So the 3 people who are really into WarioWare, you know.
Ubisoft and Nintendo have, for some reason, believed that it was a good idea to make a Mario and Rabbids sequel, but it did sell really well.
Okay, I am going to be honest. After E3, after Nintendo's part, everyone was like, Nintendo won E3, but it's like the only hype thing there was Breath of the Wild 2. Like, I didn't really, and they were like, oh, the Smash thing though. It's like, yeah, it's a Tekken character. No, it's not really hype, like...
Unless if you breathe Smash Bros. And desire all of its news, that's really about it.
Yeah. Meanwhile, okay, genuinely, I think Xbox...
Oh yeah, Xbox completely knocked it out of the park.
Psychonauts 2, the only bad part about that showing was that Tim Schafer would not shut the fuck up. Like he just kept going on and on and on and on and on and on. It's like, bro, I want to play it. Don't tell me it. Let me see it. You know?
Yeah, here's what's really cool. xCloud will be coming out for Xbox and PC soon. Don't really know when exactly, but it's been teased.
I've been using xCloud on my phone.
And new Xbox console hardware is currently in the works. So the shortage will hopefully come even sooner to a close, and that means more people will be able to get the Series X or Series S depending on what you want.
And I will say, don't count out the S, right?
Yeah, don't count out the S, but if you're someone that has to have physical discs, you have to go with the X.
Yeah.
Or, who knows, Microsoft, if you end up listening, or if anyone here that can reach out to Microsoft, give us a way to do a Bluetooth, not really a Bluetooth, but a USB-style disk drive that you can put in. I think pay like $50 for that. You make money.
Yeah.
You're making money off of that, and that'll give you the ability to play a disc game on a Series S.
Yeah.
Because there are people like me and my little brother.
One thing I gotta say about the S, sorry to cut you off, but no matter how big you think this thing is, it's smaller. This thing is so tiny, it's insane how much power it has.
Yeah, I held my cousin's Series X, and that thing was tiny. And the Series S is 60% smaller than that? How big is this thing, man?
It's like the size of a brick.
You're kidding.
I'm not. Here, I'll send you a picture of it.
So it's like the size of a tumbler.
Yeah, this thing's small as hell.
Wow.
Hold up. Hang on, let me get this in a good shot. Let me clear off my desk here.
And obviously, since we were talking about the multiplayer reveal for Halo Infinite, the biggest concerning rumor has been shut down. It will be launching with both campaign and multiplayer.
Yeah.
Now, something I've been really excited for in 2 games that I've played a lot recently has been Sea of Thieves and Red Dead Redemption 2. Sea of Thieves, you had the Pirate's Life expansion come out, and on the 22nd of June, that took everything by storm. Yes, we were disappointed to figure out that Johnny Depp was not going to be reprising his role as Jack Sparrow, nor will he sadly, for the foreseeable future, never be able to again, due to everything that's been happening with Warner Brothers and Disney.
Right. Oh, by the way, I'm using my mouse as a comparison for how big this thing is. It is so small.
And it's still a really fun expansion. I've been playing the first two Tall Tales. I played a little bit of it earlier with Carter today.
Oh yeah.
Sea of Thieves, if you've only played during the beta or the technical alpha or the first year of the game, please pick it back up. It is so much better and so much more fun now. There's no progression in it except quests for cosmetics. And the quests for cosmetics
I
is
haven't really
go.
touched Sea of Thieves much.
Yeah, I mean, the moment you want to play it, I will play it. It's so much fun. It's really nice, really enjoyable. A lot of idle time on the ship, but even when you're being idle on the ship, you're still focusing, moving along the waves, and having fun. I was laughing so much with Carter, even when he went AFK. And it's genuinely fun playing on either a sloop, brigantine, or galleon. It's really fun being able to hear Jack Sparrow, hear the new cursed captain, Davy Jones, the Siren Queen, getting a trident. It's really fun.
Right. Yeah, but in the Discord, I popped in an image of the
That thing is tiny. What the actual heck?
Dude, it doesn't even have a power brick. You could like, if
you just plug it in
like a college. Yeah, if you're dormant in like a college or something, like this is the ideal option. Like this is amazing, right? You just take, dude. I could hold this.
You have my monitor.
Oh, I do. That's rad.
Yeah, I have the Acer version. I have the mirror brand of it. I just realized.
Yeah, I could hold this thing in one hand. Very comfortably.
Oh yeah, comfortably. I held a Series X in one hand comfortably.
Yeah, compare that to the PS5, which is like really heavy,
massive,
bulky. Yeah. I don't know what it is. Like this thing is stronger than a 5 and it's so much smaller. Sony, take your lumps. What are you doing?
Yeah. I mean, it's also Microsoft was jabbing the heck out of PlayStation.
Oh yeah.
I mean, keep on bringing everything together, bringing the gaming community even closer.
But no exclusives though, guys. No exclusives though.
It doesn't matter if Microsoft doesn't. It doesn't matter if Xbox itself gets any of the exclusives. Microsoft is dominating the exclusivity market, except maybe God of War. But
oh my God, yeah, God of War
and Spider-Man are the only ones I would go to PlayStation for. But
yeah,
I happily sacrifice all of that for being able to eventually play crossplay on Destiny 2 and play with people on PC and PlayStation. If they decide to finally give in and let us have crossplay with PlayStation.
Oh my God. You just reminded me, moving back to Halo Infinite, Halo's innovating again. I just remembered.
Oh yeah, the never-ending permanent battle pass is awesome, and a constantly evolving one. Mm-hmm. It's taking what worked with MCC and making it even better by being able to go back and get anything you want.
Not only is there cross-play, but there's cross-progression, which is so fucking smart, and it's so good, which means, like, if
the game isn't even out yet, and Halo's already setting trends. People are demanding Apex do this, and Fortnite, and other games.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Halo hasn't done this since 3, right?
Yeah, first it was 3, and their first ever real dominance of the trending market was Halo 2 with Xbox Live.
Actually, no. It wasn't even that. It was Halo 1. Not a lot of people remember, but Halo Combat Evolved was one of the first-person shooters on a console to utilize twin-stick controls. Before that, it was just third-person games that used that. Halo was the first.
Because if it wasn't for Halo 1 in 2001, the debut year of the Xbox, you wouldn't have had your stuff like your Call of Duty, Doom on Xbox, or anything.
Yeah. All I'm saying is I see Halo CE as like the Half-Life of console shooters.
Oh yeah, it's the complete trendsetter.
Yeah, because it actually innovated the same exact things that Half-Life did, but for console.
Yeah, it's the Half-Life of the console series, or Half-Life became the Halo of the PC series.
Yeah, and you got Halo 2 with Xbox Live integration, and Halo 2 having its own built-in friend system, which that HUD would later go on to be the HUD for the Xbox 360 because it was so good and so universal.
And later got adapted into the Xbox One and now Series X.
Exactly. And then you have Halo 3 coming in with large user-made content. It had SBMM. It was so amazing. A very okay. Halo 3's ranking system for matchmaking is still the best in any game, period. You cannot tell me otherwise.
No,
right?
it's still some of the best, if not the best. I will not deny that. And yeah, we are biased to Halo. We're Halo fanboys. We grew up with the franchise.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing. Yeah, sure, it was the same exact thing as like Halo 2's, but here's the difference. Halo 2's was just numbers. Halo 3 had symbols, right? Symbols, cool
rankings.
Exactly. Like there's a difference between seeing someone in Halo 2 who's level 50 and seeing someone in Halo 3 with the general rank. Because one, general was a cool ass rank, and two, whenever you got to that rank, you got fucking slick ass armor, baby. And I'm glad that Halo Infinite's bringing that back. I'm glad that they're bringing everything back. If you ask,
Inheritor.
Yeah,
that's a badass name.
Mm-hmm. If you fucking ask someone at 343, hey, how do I unlock armor in Halo Infinite? The answer is just yes. Everything except loot boxes. You unlock it through a battle pass, through campaign challenges, skill challenges, ranking.
And none of these go away.
None of them go away except for event armors. My only issue is the armor core system. I think customization looks great except for armor cores, which have their ups and downs.
I forgot, what is armor core?
Okay, and an armor core is essentially, it changes the undersuit. It affects your hitbox, and okay, so the ones that we know of right now, we have the Yorio armor core, the Mark 7 armor core, and the Reach armor core. What this means is you could only attach pieces that are from that core. So with Mark 7, you can only attach Mark 7 line armors. This doesn't mean it's just the Mark 7 armor, but armors that correspond with that tech suit.
Okay, so stuff that works in variation in conjunction with the Mark 7.
Exactly. Like, you can't wear Reach armors on a Mark 7 undersuit. And this sucks for some armors, like the Samurai armor, the Yorio, because that is the only armor in its class at launch, right?
But knowing the community and how much this blew up immediately with it feeling like the proper successor to Hayabusa, it's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
I guarantee you're going to get more for it.
Another thing, I'm actually not too... Although I made an entire video about this on my YouTube channel that was like 14 minutes long, now that we know more about it, my stance has changed a little bit on armor coatings. I still feel as though it'd be good to freely customize our armor, knowing that at launch we're going to have a selection of base colors, like they showed off Cadet Orange recently on Waypoint. It looks very great.
You are addicted to orange.
I am addicted to orange. This is correct. But knowing that we'll have those solid colors to choose from, it eases my mind up a little bit. And seeing some of the other coatings and that, like, they're being a bit creative. We saw some in-game ones in the overview and also on Waypoint again. Like, there's a Gundam-inspired one, which looks really cool. We have the Scorpion Punch, which is the one that's all black with the red arm.
I'm going to love that. How do you get that one? Is it confirmed?
That one is in the Battle Pass.
Okay. So that's just hit a certain rank in it and you'll have it.
Yeah, a lot of this stuff looks really cool. Like the soldier armor, what they did with that's cool. In the Battle Pass image, we saw a look at Mark 7 Recon, and it's the only armor that I'm iffy on. Because Mark 7 Recon, in this merging art styles, they very clearly mixed the one from Halo Reach with the one from Halo 5. And this gives the presence of looking like you have a double chin. Right? It looks like you're very fat. Or that's what the helmet comes off as. But I guess I'll just have to see it in game.
Yeah.
Oh, also, prosthetic customization. That's something that I didn't expect to want, but now that we have it, it's very cool that it's there. You can customize each individual limb and each joint on said limb. So you could have like a prosthetic foot, prosthetic hand, forearm, calf.
That's actually really cool.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So you're able to customize each individual piece of it.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
So that means you can strictly have a prosthetic bicep, but still an organic forearm?
No.
So it's saying unlimited or wrist down, elbow down, or shoulder down.
Yeah, exactly. Because you can't just attach an organic forearm to a robo bicep.
It's Halo. You give them enough time, they would find a way to.
That is fair, but you could have a robo hand. You know, you could go up from there. Same thing with the legs, with the feet. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. God, I'm just so excited for the future of this franchise again.
Oh yeah,
You know?
it's really remarkable on how much it's come and how much it is going forward. Halo Infinite already setting trendsetters, already setting trends this early before it's released. This has never been heard of.
Oh yeah, it's insane, and I love it. And I also love how even though you know, they could have potentially made some money on it, they stuck to their guns and they didn't like cash in a battle royale mode just for launch hype. I like how they're sticking with what Halo is. You know?
Oh yeah.
Now this doesn't mean what I like a battle royale. I think there's a potential in it with Halo. However, I also see the merit of 343 sticking, like knowing their priorities and sticking to them. Maybe post launch it'd be nice to see one, right?
Yeah, if there is eventually a battle royale in Halo, I trust 343 nowadays would know what they're doing.
Yeah.
And I know that they wouldn't just do a cheap cash grab like Fortnite or PUBG or Apex. I feel like they would find a way to make it unique and make it their own.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just like really hyped for this, and I'm also please Microsoft, let me pre-order this game already. All right.
Yeah, open it up for pre-order.
They haven't given us an official release date, but come on,
Holiday 2021. It's probably going to be a November release date.
Yeah, they're not fooling anyone. It's coming, and I will stand on this hill. I will die on this hill. Halo. There is no way in hell that they will not release this game on November 15th, 2021.
Oh yeah, it's the perfect time to do it. 20th anniversary.
20th anniversary of the franchise. Why wouldn't you release it on November 15th?
Yeah. I feel like either November 15th or November 9th, the first two games release dates would be the perfect time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even now, Halo 1 has the highest rating on Google users. 96% like this game.
Yeah.
What the heck? That's unheard of. Especially nowadays.
God, dude, it's so crazy.
Other games that recently came out with massive DLCs. Literally yesterday, the drop of the Red Dead Redemption Blood Money DLC was finally given in, and though it is a little lackluster, it's not as detailed as a lot of people would have wanted. We were expecting very high-end heists, similar to what GTA 5 had, especially because this game is so much newer and so much better at launch than GTA was.
Yeah.
It had the potential, but I've been really happy. The Quick Draw Club has been really fun to use, and having Dutch's outfit, the Red Cliff outfit, has been long awaited and long begged for by fans, including myself, to Rockstar for years.
Right.
Since the game came out, everyone wanted to get a vest that had a pocket watch, and the only way you could was pre-ordering the Ultimate Edition of the game. And if you didn't want to spend $100 on it, you were out of luck.
Right.
But finally, until the 9th of August, you're going to be able to get it. It's 25 gold bars. It is incredibly worth it if you already have a roll. I've really enjoyed it. The Capitale is a very fun mechanic, and I still have to play more of it to give an honest review. I'll probably give it more next podcast.
Here's something. Do you want to know what's a game that was missing from E3 for some reason?
Which one?
So, WB Montreal, where's Gotham Knights? We saw it like 2 years ago, and then you said literally nothing else about it.
Yeah.
Where is this game? Because I'm super hyped for it, because I could finally have a game where I could play as Nightwing, like actually, and I could play it with a friend, because I know everybody in my friends list is going to play as Red Hood. That's just a given.
I'd pick Nightwing.
Yeah,
I prefer Grayson over Todd.
Dude, Nightwing's rad. Right, but like the amount of mystery in this game, I don't know. I want to know more, because it's like, we're getting Court of Owls, we're getting these four protagonists, even though co-op is only 2-player, which is strange.
It's very strange. I mean, then again, GTA had 3 protagonists and it was 1 player.
Yeah, but
it's not unheard of. But I feel like they might take a GTA approach to it, to where you have to swap between characters.
Yeah, no, but they have a build system, they said. And keep in mind, these were the same people who made Arkham Origins. Um, like the combat looks fun. The game looks great. I just want to see more of it. You know?
Yeah, I mean that's with a lot of games you're hyped for.
Yeah. Speaking of DC stuff, Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League. Where's that at? I was hoping we'd see some of that too, because like there's a lot of games on there. That,
I also just want to hear more about the Suicide Squad with James Gunn.
Oh my God, yeah. I wonder how that's gonna play.
I mean, this is gonna be a fun transition for us to finally get into to pop culture. As you guys can already tell, this podcast, though it is later and it's also on a Wednesday compared to a Sunday, we are going longer with this one because we feel like we owe it to you.
Yeah.
So a lot of major stuff with pop culture has come out recently. Notably, what happened last night? Did you see the big news?
What big news?
Ryan Reynolds.
Oh yeah, Deadpool and Korg.
Deadpool is officially in the MCU, and that means Deadpool 3 is going to be a Marvel movie.
Yep.
In the MCU.
And I adore how they just kept the Fox. They didn't reinvent him, because you and I have talked for hours about how much I loathe MCU Spider-Man. They just took his character and just fucked him, right? And
we're not going to give any spoilers to the Loki finale, mostly because neither of us has seen it, and I'm going to be watching it tonight, so anything we say on that right now is pure speculation of only stuff from episode 5 and before.
I like alligator.
Croaky is cool.
Croaky. Yeah.
Boastful Loki, not boastful Loki, classic Loki. Richard E. Grant absolutely carried that episode.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And brilliant work, brilliant actor. And it's weird because that's only the second role I really recognized him in. Because the only one I saw that I knew him was Rise of Skywalker.
Here's something. One of these shows, and I mentioned interest to you like last week. One of these shows has to set up Latveria in some way, because we know we're not getting an Avengers movie at the end of Phase 4. We're getting a Fantastic Four movie.
Yeah, we're not getting an Avengers movie unless if it's the Young Avengers. And having Kid Loki, he is a member of the Young Avengers.
The fact that I know they're gonna put Spider-Man on that pisses me off, because like an entire part of his character is that he's fucking street level, and the fact that he's going to space and he has an Iron Man suit, and then people have the audacity to say Iron Man Jr. isn't a valid knock against his character. Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Best. My order of preferred Spider-Man is Maguire, Garfield, then Holland. I will fight anyone on that.
Yeah.
Only reason why Garfield is knocked solo is I feel like he's a better Spider-Man than a better Peter, and he only had 2 movies.
I think he could have been the best one we've ever had, period, if he was just given a better script.
If he was given a better script, had a better storyline, and had a full working trilogy, he probably would have been the better Spider-Man. But I'm also just partly towards Tobey Maguire, him being one of my favorite actors as a kid.
Exactly. Also, one thing that Tom Holland...
Also, why is the guy from Queens always British?
Yeah. Hang on.
It's always an English actor.
Here's something. Right? So, okay. The one thing that Tom Holland Spider-Man doesn't have that pisses me off, he is like he's incredibly lucky. I don't get it. Like, nothing bad ever happens to that kid.
Except at the end of Far From Home.
Yeah, but even then, who cares? He's a billionaire. Who gives okay, they just turned him into Bruce Wayne, and I hate that so much.
Yeah, even though he is kind of the Bruce Wayne of the Marvel Universe, only when he's an adult. Only when he starts Parker Enterprises. Before then, he's nobody.
Even then, I think Parker Enterprises is the fucking dumbest thing ever, and
I'd rather see a comic accurate Kang, to where he's just I did this for the lulz.
For the lulz. I'm gonna be 100% real with you, and this might piss some people off. I thought Superior Spider-Man sucked ass. I thought it sucked dick because of what came after it. right? I think the concept of Superior Spider-Man was great, but the problem is they made Peter Parker, who I know is technically Doc Ock, they made him cool. They made him a cool guy. That's not the point. He's supposed to be a fucking loser, right?
Yeah.
That's why people relate to him, because he's unlucky all the time. He has to bounce from house to house or live at his aunt's house, right?
Weirdly enough, the Superior Spider-Man outfit is more accurate to the Iron Spider that we see than the actual Iron Spider armor.
I know.
Why is that?
That MCU Iron Spider suit only looked good in fucking Spider-Man PS4. That is it.
It's awesome in concept.
Yeah, but in execution,
that's about it.
It's kind of dog shit. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, I mean, it's also weird. I also watched the Black Widow movie.
I did too, yeah.
There was no Stan Lee cameo in it.
No, there wasn't, and I think
that was
Black
the
Widow
best
movie,
that they could have done for him.
I also think for Black Widow, it brings up another and
Possible spoiler warning right now.
Actually, it's a very big spoiler.
Yeah, then spoiler warning if you aren't, come back in about a minute.
Yeah. So the Taskmaster reveal, I think narratively it was pretty good.
I think it was narratively good, but it kind of surprised me that they pulled what they did.
Yeah, I think it brings up a larger conversation in media in general about diversity. So if you want this character to be a woman, why have this character dress like a man?
Yeah, why have him look incredibly masculine and have the body actor be a man?
Exactly. My problem isn't that they took a male character and made them female. I do not have a problem with that at all.
I could care less with it. I was kind of surprised, but yeah, narratively it was done brilliantly.
Yeah,
and it was interesting because isn't Taskmaster under the lead of Ross in the comics, or is he always Dreykov?
I believe I don't really keep up with Taskmaster, but I know Taskmaster in other things. Like I love him in every encounter he's had with Moon Knight.
I love
yeah, but
I love when he was in the I think it was the Spectacular Spider-Man with Spider-Man and Deadpool. I loved him in that because of how hilarious it was.
I think you're thinking of Ultimate Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
it's weird that that's Clancy Brown.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna be real with you. If you want diversity in movies, and diversity is great.
His name is Tony Masters. That's a badass name.
But hang on. We could both agree diversity is good. It's just you're not.
Yeah, he's a Thunderbolt member.
Yeah, It is not diversity when your female character is just a man.
No, not at all. Yeah. Not at all. And
that isn't diversity, that's a shoehorned twist. And we could have gotten a really cool female Taskmaster outfit, right? That would have been fucking rad.
Yeah, you could have even went very comic accurate. I understand why they didn't go comic accurate due to movie releases and skull imagery and media. You're not allowed to have that, and a lot of countries will censor it. So they had to go with this kind of motorcycle mixed look, which fits.
Mind the helmet. I don't mind.
I liked the helmet. It was kind of badass.
Just kind of disappoints me, you know. Also, they got away with crossbones. Like,
yeah, they got away with crossbones, and this Taskmaster, though he looks really cool. Yeah, that's still weird.
Yeah, see, even you trip up on it, because that character is not fully a female. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. For like, a majority of Taskmaster's scenes, that is not a woman. That is a man in that suit.
Yeah, and I'm 99% sure.
If you have to get a male body actor for a female character, start over. Just start over. Like, it's something better.
Wow. Okay, that actually surprised me. Olga, who played Antonia, was the body actor.
Really?
Yeah, she did the actual body acting for Taskmaster.
What? No, there was no way that wasn't a dude in that suit. No way.
No, it wasn't. That's surprising.
Yeah, hang on. Just for context, I'm gonna send a picture of what Taskmaster looks like in the suit.
She played both Antonia Dreykov and Taskmaster as the body. That's surprising.
That's fucking insane. Because, like, look at this unit right here. Look at this. Like, that is man.
That's a dude.
That is 100% a dude.
And we're not hating on Marvel. I mean, it was still a good movie. I liked it.
Yeah.
Spoiler warning is still going live. I just realized that.
Take up the spoiler warning because it would be interesting if like the mantle was like passed down or something, because that Moon Knight show with Oscar Isaac is coming up. By the way, great casting choice.
Oh yeah, and he said that he said that he loved he's a big comics nerd, right? Isaac?
Pretty sure, yeah. I mean, Oscar Isaac right now, I am so jealous of that man. He is playing two of my favorite comic book characters at the moment, Miguel O'Hara and Mark Spector, Spider-Man 2099, Moon Knight, respectively.
Wait, he's 2099 and what?
Yeah, in Spider-Verse.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that was him.
It's weird thinking that Oscar Isaac and Nick Cage were in the same movie.
Yeah. Okay. Look. That Moon Knight show. I am both really hyped and really worried for it. Moon Knight has got to be... In Marvel, he's my second favorite superhero ever, and in anything, he's my third favorite. Right? And part of that has to do with how serious the character is. A lot of people look at the one panel where he's like throwing like all of his gadgets and going, random bullshit, go! and they think he's like some sort of goofball, like Deadpool. Nah, dude. Moon Knight?
Yeah, Moon Knight's legit.
Yeah, like, there was the 2004 and 06 run, which was like very political and also really graphic as well. I really like that, but the Warren Ellis run, so fucking good. That's where we got things.
Gideon like Emery played Moon Knight in Avengers Assemble.
Yeah, but the Warren Ellis run, that's where we got things like Mr. Knight, which is another personality of Mark Spector, which is the one with the pillowcase over his head and then the white suit.
No, but I feel like with Oscar Isaac, he's going to try to do a true Moon Knight, and
he will do a great job. But my only thing is, he has the face for for context. Moon Knight is schizophrenic. He has multiple personality disorder, and a large part of his comics are that he doesn't know if he is real.
Yeah. So we're no longer in spoiler territory. We're just in pure speculation because let's face it, if we call this out 2 years in advance, that's just lucky.
Yeah, I am hoping that Marvel actually takes his schizophrenia seriously, instead of like just making it a joke like they've done with a lot of previous character relationships in the MCU. Because
what do you think the biggest offender of that is?
Spider-Man.
Oh yeah.
Because they've
hands
taken
down
parts
it's
of
Holland.
his character. Yeah, and they've taken parts of his character and just removed it. Okay, when you take away Moon Knight's
schizophrenia
mental issues, yeah, when you take that away, he just becomes Batman who kills. That is all he is.
Yeah, he's a Batman who's willing to execute.
But when you put in those character dynamics and you have him questioning things like, am I real? Are my powers real? Are my friends even real? Like, there are just pages in the Warren Ellis run where he's just floating through an endless void, pondering to himself. And what around him is actually there.
Yeah, and with Marvel being now more lenient with their storytelling, Multiverse of Madness is confirmed to be rated R. Deadpool 3 as a Marvel film is going to be rated R.
I am so hyped for Multiverse of Madness because, okay.
I mean,
Sam
even
Raimi
like last week.
Director. Okay, hang on. Sam Raimi is such a unique director. This movie will look nothing like any other Marvel movie.
No, it's going to be fun.
It's going to be fun. I know it's going to have like a really funny and really nice shots in it. It's going to be directed beautifully. I can't really say for writing wise, but I know it'll be campy, and I really love that. The fun little fact about me, Evil Dead 2 is one of my favorite movies of all time. So Sam Raimi holds a very special place in my heart.
Now, I want to get into this because this is something I've wanted to talk about on the podcast with you for probably about a week now. With the Loki series introducing variants and what I believe will finally be set up with the multiverse, because it has to happen before No Way Home. I feel like Loki will end up a Nexus event will happen and the multiverse will be created. We are going to redline, and I don't know what's going to cause with that. But with every leak, possible spoiler warning for No Way Home and future projects, every leak from No Way Home has shown Alfred Molina, has shown Willem Dafoe, Andrew Garfield, and Emma Stone together in L.A.
Right.
The one video scene that was leaked, apparently is the first 2 minutes of the movie, involves Tom Holland, Benedict Cumberbatch, and an in-suit Andrew Garfield. This is going to be insane. This is going to set up the multiverse, which means all the legacy Marvel movies are canon to the MCU in a separate timeline, but still happen. You're going to have Multiverse of Madness, which I'm pretty sure Tom Hiddleston said that he was going to be in it. So you have the 3 Chaos Sorcerers dealing with all of this. It's going to let Sam Raimi set up a Spider-Man 4 movie, which has been rumored to happen for a while now. We might finally get an Amazing Spider-Man 3, which will have the Sinister Six, with hopefully better writing this time. Yeah. I mean, it's a win-win. And Hugh Jackman even put out a message on Instagram with the Wolverine claws and a picture with him and Kevin Feige.
Yeah, I'm really hyped.
Within 24 hours. So this is big. This is big, and I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I'm excited to see X-Men again.
And end of spoiler warning there. We're just back in speculation again.
I remember you and I were talking like a week or two ago about how weird the X-Men are in terms of popularity.
Oh yeah.
Because before the MCU, they were like aside from Spider-Man, they were Marvel's like biggest thing.
Yeah, they were their golden boys.
Yeah, but now since then
now it's the Avengers. And mostly Loki now.
Yeah.
I mean, let's face it, Tom Hiddleston, brilliant actor, and probably carried the first Thor movie.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
I mean, I just rewatched the first Thor movie 2 nights ago, and first time, Mom, I'm sorry if you hear this, when she first saw it, it was always, ooh, Chris Hemsworth, he's shirtless, so dreamy. But now, she sees how twisted and sad and depressing Loki's story is. Because he was taken as a kid as a pawn.
Yeah.
And you hear that. And Loki's over 1,000 years old in the first movie. So being lied to for 1,060 years. Saying, you're my son, you're my son, you're my son. And hearing that I took you as a baby to bridge an everlasting permanent peace between me and your actual father. That's heartbreaking.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And hearing Loki mumble Laufey's son instead of Odin's son, it's horrible, and it sets up his whole character arc for Avengers, Thor 2, and Thor Ragnarok and into Infinity War when he inevitably dies.
Mm-hmm.
It's still making him one of my favorite characters, and I can't wait to eventually cosplay him.
Right.
Because I'm growing, my hair growing out looks like Tom Hiddleston's.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah. I mean, I finally saw your face for the first time when you posted on Twitter.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, I did that because, body positivity and stuff. I like to pride myself on, like, being able to get over my problems.
Yeah, I mean, you've slimmed down, so it's good.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, the rest of the stuff, like, Bad Batch has continued to come out for the past few weeks, and those episodes just keep getting better and better.
I swear, you could take a screenshot of any frame from that show and make it a wallpaper.
99% of them.
Oh yeah, that show is just so beautiful looking.
Yeah, when I first got into it, when I first saw the aftermath, I was worried about Omega's character. I thought, great, are we going to have another Rey? Are we going to have a worse version of Ezra? How annoying is this kid going to be? And is this going to take away from the very gritty world that is the transition into the Empire?
Right.
And we're possible spoiler warnings for those who aren't caught up or are planning to catch up. Omega's character is actually developed pretty well. I mean, whether it was Cad Bane, Fennec Shand, or even her most recent episode when she, back in episode 10, when she was doing the gambling for Sid and doing the space chess. That was pretty well done. And with the most recent episode, seeing the Syndulla family, seeing Hera in a phenomenal art style, something that made more sense. Seeing Chopper, voiced by Dave Filoni, and seeing Cham Syndulla, and I can't remember the mom's name. Can't remember it for the life of me right now.
I don't remember it either. I know one of them was named Gib.
Gib, I think that was her uncle.
Yeah, pretty sure.
Hera Syndulla. When in doubt, just go to the wiki. Star Wars fandom. This has everything. Syndulla clan, notable members. Let's see here.
Twitter's removing fleets on August 3rd.
Eleni Syndulla. And Hera has a brother. Didn't know that.
Yeah.
But yeah, seeing Cham Syndulla again and everything, it was awesome. Captain Hauser looks like a really cool character, and I hope that he's just not a one-off.
Right.
Because if he's a multiple episode character and he may even join the Bad Batch, I feel like that'd be so cool to see because he's a very humanized clone straight away.
Right.
What have you been thinking on the Bad Batch so far? It's been a minute since you really contributed.
Man. Bad Batch? Okay. I think its overall story it's passable, but like all of its themes and like its subtle little nods, I love them. One thing I don't like is I don't like how it feels like every single episode there's a cameo, and I feel like they're trying to use that as means to like hype up the show, which is why I think episode 10 recently was one of the best ones because it didn't feature any cameos.
Episode 11.
No, I mean 10.
Was Devil's Deal? Oh yeah. That was before Devil's Deal. That was
the one they went to Raxus. I thought that episode was amazing, and also its theming was really good. And it set up some subtle things like how Raxus Separatist homeworld is very like there's a lot of vegetation. It looks very natural, and then you compare that to the Republic's homeworld, which was Coruscant, and
very industrial.
It's industrial. It's this huge city, and I think narratively that's really fun. I like that.
Yeah, and it was also a nice little fun callback to Heroes on Both Sides. It made me want to go watch the that arc again and see Lux Bonteri both on Raxus meeting with Deathwatch and the Onderon arc again.
Right.
And yeah, Bad Batch is never going to replace Clone Wars, mostly because of how long this series is going to be. Even if it's a 3 series with 16 episodes each time, that's only 48 episodes compared to the over 100 episodes of Clone Wars.
Oh, wait. Speaking of which, Araki is trending, and I looked it up. Now, part 8 of JoJo's Jolene is ending, and he was in an interview where he was talking about the possibility of part 9, and he says, even though so the interviewer asked, is the story of Steel Ball Run something you had thought up a while ago? And Araki said, that's right, I already have a general outline of each story and theme planned up to part 9. Even though I say part 9, it doesn't mean it'll be a continuation of Steel Ball Run, which is part 7. This isn't a saga like Star Wars. The theme and narrative structure will be completely different, which is cool, because part 9, I love it. And speaking of JoJo's, hey, they did that expo, and still no news on the anime for part 6. I'm hoping in August when they do it again. I'm hoping we get that first episode because that's what they did with Golden Wind. Yeah, right now, all we have is a PNG of Jolene. Yep.
Actually, speaking of JoJo, I can't believe I did this. July 3rd was my brother's 18th birthday, so.
Oh yeah.
Yesterday we belated birthday photo shoot for him being 18. My mom decided to have fun. And my brother decided I'm going to do the Dio pose for one of them, where you're just completely bending over backwards a little too far, almost falling.
Right.
So I told my brother, come on, you could do better than that. And I struck it myself, and my mom caught it on camera.
Really?
Yep, I'll get it and I'll send it to you. I'm not showing it on the podcast, though.
Right. Well, while we're doing that, let's do a little
That's
game.
going to be later. All right.
Well, let's do a little game. I'm
Okay,
sending
Jigsaw.
an image. Yeah, I'm sending an image in general that I want you to show up on screen. This is Hirohiko Araki, the main writer and illustrator of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I want you to guess his age, without looking it up.
Oh, jeez.
Guess how old he is.
Oh man, this is hard for me. I could see gray hair in him, so I want to say he's in his 60s.
He is. He is 61 years old. He's a literal vampire. Hang on 1 second.
Nailed that. Because I kept thinking, it's like, okay, weirdly enough, people in Japan and like South Korea, they don't really show their age until a lot older. So sadly, that is a stereotype, but it does have some truth to it. So I tried to put that against me, and he looks like he could be in his 40s. So I just added 20 years. That's what I did. People are going to try to cancel us now. Now it's just waiting for Evan to come back. Now it's waiting for Chem to come back and resume this. I mean, going back to the Star Wars while we're waiting for him, it's always...
All right, I'm back.
Perfect timing.
What are we talking about?
I was just gonna go back on the tangent of Clone Wars versus Bad Batch. Pretty much, you're always going to compare something with its predecessor. You do that with the prequels, with the original trilogy, and that's why a lot of hate came for it first. The sequels
Right.
with the prequels, yeah, two completely different directions. Nostalgia versus something new, and something new versus something that felt like it made more sense. And that's up to perspective, and it's up to each of the writers. But
Right.
the main thing is, will Bad Batch be a worthy successor to the Clone Wars? It already feels like it is. Mostly because it's being its own thing. It's not trying too hard to be the Clone Wars, but it's also not trying too hard to ignore it or ignore the original trilogy or Rebels, the things that are setting it up.
Right.
Do I feel like we're bound to get another cameo? Yeah, I feel like we might get Ahsoka. But
There's no way that Boba Fett will not be in this show.
I feel like if he will be in the show, he will be in the armor, though.
Yeah,
He will already have had the dent.
Considering his relationship with Omega, he has to.
Being technically the closest thing to a biological brother to Omega.
Yeah.
Especially because Cad Bane, they animated that plate in there, so it proves his fight with Boba already happened. So Boba is already a confirmed bounty hunter, and that's kind of big.
Also, I really like how we got a standoff scene in Star Wars.
Yeah, and him just demolishing Hunter. Oh my gosh. And the HUD. The Republic Commando HUD.
I just wish some of the other clones, aside from like Hunter and Wrecker, could like do something. Like Tech's my favorite, but he hasn't done much, and Echo hasn't done anything this entire season.
He did one thing, and that was literally get them out of an impound lot.
And even then, like, Wrecker had to help him, remember?
Yeah, I mean, Echo was a fan favorite, only appearing in 5 episodes? Not even?
Yeah.
He's that loved that he had to be resurrected. In a way that made sense. And it's something I want to see happen. I want him to have a much better character arc. I'm still partial to wanting to see that Kashyyyk concept armor. I want to see him as a full-blown arc again. I know that's probably not going to happen, but a guy can hope. And another thing is, yeah, we're still going based off of, they have so much that they can do. They have unfinished reels from both Clone Wars and Bad Batch that they're able to tap into. I wouldn't mind seeing Ventress again, because this is about the time of Dark Disciple, a little after. But you can kind of tweak it a little bit, and instead of Dooku holding Quinlan, adapt it something else into canon, because it's Legends right now.
Right.
But yeah, it's not, more than likely it's not going to have a same magnitude of an Umbara arc for the Bad Batch, but it's still going to be good. I'm still excited for it. And yeah, is it going to pain me if there isn't an Umbara level arc of this? A little bit. I would be a little disappointed if they didn't have something that drastically humanized or made a very noticeable change. But it's not going to destroy me over it. I'm still going to be excited.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know where they're going to go, but I trust in Filoni's direction. He knows the Clone Wars like Favreau knows the live action stuff.
Yeah.
But it's still, I'm still excited, and Star Wars right now has been in more or less a new golden age for the past year and a half. Ever since the Rise of Skywalker happened, I didn't like it. I don't like the sequels, but I respect them. I like them as movies, just not as Star Wars movies.
Oh my god, you could buy like a fully wearable like Master Chief Mark 6 suit for $4,000.
Yeah, that's I could probably nearly confirm that might be titanium. But
oh my god.
But the main thing is, like, Mandalorian Season 1, Season 2 of The Mandalorian, Book of Boba Fett coming out this year, and Book of Boba Fett being confirmed to be all killer, no filler. I'm excited.
Season 3 is taking a backseat till next year, though, right?
Yes.
All right.
Book of Boba Fett is going to be a bridger between Season 2 and Season 3.
Right. I'm gonna be honest with Mando Season 3. I like the idea of him potentially becoming Mandalore. I do not like the theory that he is Force sensitive. I don't.
Really I don't believe it at all. Like the same theory with Omega being Force sensitive. That can't be done.
Yeah, because if she were Force sensitive, that would mean Boba was Force sensitive.
And that means Tamora Morrison would have been Force sensitive.
Yeah, and look, although Boba,
Tamora Morrison, I wouldn't complain.
Yeah,
but still, you don't make someone Force sensitive for the sake of being Force sensitive. The Bad Batch is supposed to be this more gritty, maybe more Rambo style of Star Wars. It's supposed to be the run and gun. It's not supposed to be, we have the Force.
Deal with it.
It's not, hey baby, do the magic hand thing. That's not, they don't need to do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Even at this point, after Order 66, the Jedi faded quickly into myth. Mostly because of Imperial propaganda and indoctrination. You're not going to have that.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially all people that are Force sensitive. The Empire's fresh, and there are so many legions of clones going after any possible Jedi survivors, and that means you're not really going to flaunt your ability to move stuff with your hand from a distance.
Yep. Yeah, exactly.
And either way, I'm still going to watch it, because ever since Mandalorian Season 1, it's been a golden age for Star Wars. It's been phenomenal.
Mando Season 1 was so good.
Yeah. But did you hear the Ahsoka theory? I saw this on Instagram.
No. What is the Ahsoka theory?
The world between worlds theory. What about that? Have you heard of that?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so this is actually kind of cool, because I get to talk to you about this and kind of semi-blow your mind with this. So imagine that everything happens based off of the fight between Ahsoka and Vader in Twilight of the Apprentice.
Right.
So we have one main course of events, and there's a major diversion in that. Ezra saving Ahsoka. So in the original core timeline, Ahsoka dies. That means Bo-Katan can never tell Din Djarin to take Grogu to Corvus to run into Ahsoka to get sent to Tython. And that means Grogu can never commune with Luke on Tython. And that means Moff Gideon gets him, takes him to his Acclamator class assault ship, and they get Snoke, they get Palpatine. The sequels happen. Now, Ezra goes into the world between worlds and saves Ahsoka. This pulls into a new branch to where they're able to send Din Djarin to Ahsoka. And Ahsoka sends him to Tython to commune with Luke. Luke saves, happens the events of The Mandalorian. And this makes sure that the sequels never happen. Because Luke is now a very focused and powerful master by having to teach the next generation of Yoda. So he's more in tune with the dark side because he has to deal with someone that has this level of attachment, similar to how his father was.
Speaking of Ezra, here's something that I hope they do with him. I really want him to come back as a Sith because it would make a lot of sense. Like, a lot of the scenes of him using the Force in Rebels are kind of fucked up. Like, he makes people kill themselves and their own people.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he's a fucked up dude. I would not surprise me if that man was, like, secretly evil.
If they turn Ezra into the canon version of Starkiller, I'd be kind of happy. As much as I'd like to see live action Sam Witwer buzz cut his hair and grab 2 lightsabers, that'd be a perfect world.
Yeah.
I'd be happy with them turning Ezra into Starkiller.
I'm still holding out hope for that Apprentice show.
Yeah. Because Acolyte is going to be told from the Sith. But another fan theory
I really want a Stormtrooper show, though. I desperately need one. A Clone Wars style Stormtrooper show. That's all I want.
Another fan theory that's been circulating around is the Ahsoka show. If it's not taking place during modern day with her hunt for Thrawn, people are assuming it will be during her run in Order 66 after the events of Victory and Death, to where the final villain of that would be Starkiller, Anakin's apprentice versus Vader's apprentice. Because as George Lucas says, it's like poetry; it has to rhyme.
By the way, I have no faith in that show.
The Ahsoka show?
Yeah,
I'm nervous about it, but if Jon Favreau has the helm of it, it will be phenomenal.
All I know is that I think Rosario Dawson's a good actor.
Yeah, she's a phenomenal actress.
Yeah, I think that she'll do a wonderful job in the role, as she's already done in Mando Season 2. I just don't really... I don't really care about the character of Ahsoka that much.
Yeah, it's like with Clone Wars you're attached to her, but this is kind of different.
See, with Clone Wars she's a side character, right? She bounces off of people, right?
Yeah, it was always bouncing off of Rex. And if they have Tamora Morrison there with her, I will not complain.
Live action Rex would be like really cool.
Yeah, seeing that amalgamed armor, I'd love it.
Yeah.
But yeah, if it's just Ahsoka on the hunt for Thrawn or for Starkiller or Ezra or anyone on its own, Ahsoka was a side character. And even in the final arc of Clone Wars, Order 66 on the Siege of Mandalore, she wasn't really the focus. She was a catalyst. I'm not going to deny that. And I don't think any Ahsoka hater or diehard fan would deny that she was a catalyst. She allowed Rex to get his chip out, and she saved him and almost saved Jesse, one of my favorite characters.
But, to be honest, I just wanted more Cody. I hope he shows up at some point. I love Cody.
I want Cody to almost be the bad guy of the Bad Batch overall.
I thought that was what they were gonna do, but Crosshair seems really cool. I hope they double down on Crosshair though. I hope they don't have a thing in the second to last episode where they get his inverter chip out and then all of a sudden he's like.
I feel like even if they got his, I feel like if they even got his chip out, with how cynical and pessimistic and kind of bratty that he was, I feel like he'd signed with the Empire anyways.
See, here's the thing, though. Like, if you remember when Wrecker's inhibitor chip got activated, he was also super pissed.
Yeah, but Crosshair was like that anyways, even before Order 66.
Right. That is also true.
He was always this complete punk and ass to everyone. So I feel like he'd sign with the Empire nonetheless, because he's also in a position of power as a lieutenant. He outranks Hunter.
Yeah, I do think though, at some point they gotta get rid of the clone armors, bring in the stormtrooper. I want to see a stormtrooper in a good art style. All right, because in Rebels
we're also
they
only
look really shit.
We're also only a week, or at least at most
We're 3 days away from the next, or 2 days away from the next episode.
We're also like either earliest a week or at most 3 months into the transition of the Empire, and it took probably near a year to phase out clone trooper armor for stormtrooper.
Right.
Because remember, the last scene where we saw Vader in the Clone Wars art style with snow and stormtroopers, that was I think over a year later. I think it might have been even like 5 years later. After Order 66.
Yeah.
Because even the Revenge of the Sith post-credits end scene where it was Vader, Palpatine, and Tarkin, that was like, I think 5 years after the events of Order 66. Because that's when they were starting to build the Death Star. It was either a year or 5.
Yeah, I think it was 5 years.
I think it's a safer bet to say 5.
Yeah, but I do know, I'm pretty sure it was either 5 or 20 years. I think it was 20 years in between Jedi and Force Awakens.
Return 30 years between Return of the Jedi
30?
and
Okay.
Yeah. It's 30 years after the Battle of Endor.
God, it's crazy how it was 30 years and still nothing had changed.
Actually, wait, no. It's 20 it's 30 ABY, so that means it was 25 years after the Battle of Endor.
Still though, like,
Yeah. Because Ben Solo was mid-20s by the time of when he became Supreme Leader.
right.
Yeah. I mean, Star Wars is in a weird funk. Because it's either going to be really good or really bad.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I feel like they should have had a plan if they were gonna do a trilogy. Like, that's the first thing you do. You make a trilogy. You get a plan for each of the 3 movies.
First thing George Lucas did when he wrote Star Wars was he chopped it up into 3.
Yeah, and or even technically 2, because he had a backup plan if A New Hope did really poorly.
Yeah. So he wrote Star Wars, chopped it up into 3 movies, sent the first one off, and it blew up. It became an overnight phenomenon. Because you had A-list actor Alec Guinness. You had kind of nobodies with Harrison Ford, Carrie Fisher, and Mark Hamill, and they're now household names.
Yeah. I mean...
You went through with the original trilogy. He wrote the prequel to it, chopped that up into 3. That made sense. Tweaked them a bit so they made even more sense on their own.
Yeah, even still, the prequel movies were kind of not the best. That's why if I ever have any interest in rewatching them, I have like all the books on audio and I just listen to those.
Yeah,
because the books are so much better. If you have not read.
If you have not read...
Especially for episode 3.
Yeah, the novelization by... Isn't it Matthew Stoker?
I believe so. Let me look it up.
I'm pretty sure it's Matthew Stoker. But the novelization of Revenge of the Sith is just as good, if not better, than the movie. I mean, looking past the hype, it's a phenomenal version of it.
Yeah, it was Matthew Stover... Terry Brooks and R.A. Salvatore.
But these novelizations add so much more depth that, yeah, the movies could have, and a lot of people have been asking for the Lucas cut of Revenge of the Sith, because there was so much unused footage, the full movie would have been over 4 hours.
Yeah.
It would have been a Snyder cut level of Star Wars, and I think right now the fans deserve that.
Yeah, but it's, I'm gonna be honest. Who wants to sit down for 4 hours? Like I could
people
sit
did
down
it with
for
the
a
Snyder
while
cut
and binge stuff. I know people did it with the Snyder cut. But like, okay, look, I'm gonna be honest. I think episode 3 is a bit overhyped. I think it doesn't hold a candle to like episodes 4 or 5, maybe 6. Uh, but even still, I think
I feel like it holds a candle to episode 4 because a lot of people, when they think of episode 4, they see it blindly through the hype because it was the magic of Star Wars. It was the first one.
I disagree. I think that's the case with 6, right? I think 6 is, or not 6. I mean 3. I think 3 has so many problems in it that people just overlook. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I prefer things. I think honestly the original trilogy, and people are gonna crucify me for this.
The original trilogy has problems at times.
It does have problems, but I was gonna say it has better lightsaber fights because here's the thing. Sure, they're better choreographed in the prequels, but they don't really have any weight in the prequels.
Not until the end.
Yeah, even then in the Obi-Wan Anakin fight, like there's just so many unnecessary things. Like I remember I told you how stupid I thought the Obi-Annie spin and then the Force push battle was.
Yeah, until you realize full context of it, what it is, and a lot of people don't. And that sucks, and you don't get like a director's commentary of it. It's not until you get the novelizations, and barely anyone reads them.
I don't even think that because like you see episode 4, and I'm gonna use the Obi-Wan Vader fight as comparison, where like you see Obi-Wan's genuinely using a sword, like a real life sword fighting technique. He's doing a circle parry, right? And Vader accurately reacts to that. And then you cut to episode 6, which I do believe episode 6 is enhanced greatly with the context of the prequels, especially the ending.
Oh yeah.
But like
it's also the first time to ever see a lightsaber throw.
Yeah, the Luke Vader fight. That shit's badass because it has narrative weight. And for the most part, it isn't spectacle because one of them is so much stronger than the other. Luke, for the majority of that fight, is hiding. He's not even in
He's on the defense until he gets pissed and lets his emotions go through him, which is the one thing a Jedi shouldn't do. And that gave him the weight. He with the context of the prequels, it made him realize I'm becoming what Anakin feared.
Yeah, like even Luke, he gave into the dark side during that scene. It's crazy. Yeah. And then you have that narrative weight, that awesome narrative weight in there that you could see without any additional context of books or whatever. And then you go to episode 3 where Anakin's swinging from cables and like spinning his lightsaber everywhere, and then Obi-Wan like you're just doing
the swinging from cables is stupid. I will never deny that. It's so stupid and funny to watch though.
And then you have it's over, Anakin. I have the high ground, which honestly, yeah, sure, you have the high ground, but you could like easily counter Obi-Wan. You've been proven to be a better swordsman than he is.
You're proven to be a better swordsman and have a better force reserve. And what do? You jump.
Yeah, not only just does he jump, this dude is playing Modern Warfare 2. He's doing like a 720 backflip, like just trying to like do some random shit like he's on
trying to trick shot.
Yeah. Exactly, and of course he gets turned into a fuck nugget. Like gets his fucking limbs cut off and shit.
What I want to do is when we get the whole group into a house, home theater, put up each of the Star Wars movies and do a watch party where we break them down. I want to do that.
A lot of people. Here's the thing: if that scene were just dialogue, if it would be great. Right, because the dialogue is actually really good.
The dialogue's really good.
But the fact that you just saw Anakin fucking Skywalker try and pull, like, just become phase Anakin for a second and try and, like, do some weird bullshit like he's an ape, right? It takes away from it.
One thing we can all admit, the Kenobi series is going to be amazing.
Oh, dude. I have such high hopes for that. And
because you have Ewan McGregor, who is literally Space Jesus, both by the fans and by nearly everyone, because he played Jesus actually once.
Yeah.
Hayden Christensen is returning, and he is... Everyone lost their minds when Hayden was announced to come back. And being a diehard prequels fan, I grew up idolizing Anakin and relating to him. Episode 3 is my favorite because it made me scared as a kid. Seeing Anakin burn, I saw myself burn.
I just thought Luke was really cool.
But this is going to feel like the chance of redemption for Hayden Christensen for his career. Because it was after episode 3. I don't even think it's a redemption.
I think Hayden Christensen, fine actor, really.
Yeah, he's a brilliant actor. He just got...
was just bad. It was just terrible.
Lucas admitted it was bad.
Yeah, I killed them. All of them. Like animals. I slaughtered them like animals.
They were animals, and I slaughtered them like animals.
Not just the men, but the women and the children, too.
But no matter how bad the dialogue is, everyone, whether you are the most diehard prequel fan or the most stereotyping here, blue-haired, hate everything to do with the prequels, hate masculinity, love the sequels, think Rey is a perfect character.
That's a bit overgeneralization.
You know what I mean. I'm being the most extreme that I could think of right now.
I know.
You can all admit that, and I think even you can admit this, Evan, that the pure acting on Hayden's part is phenomenal.
Yeah,
you take away the script and you just have him body act.
Especially
it's
his body
amazing.
acting. Yeah, I was about to say his body acting is really good.
Yeah, whether it's his choreography, when he's given the choreography, he trained. He trained with Ewan for a month straight for that Obi-Wan fight.
Yeah, what I want to see in the upcoming
the
Kenobi
Kubrick
show,
stare that he did when he right before he said you underestimate my power, and as he's staring Obi-Wan down, oh my god, that sends chills down anyone's spine.
You know what I want to see in this Kenobi show, although it's super unlikely, I'd like to see a return of Mace Windu, and I'd like for him to go directly for Vader and then get his ass kicked. Like, not even like I love Samuel L. Jackson, and I want to see him kick ass before he gets his ass kicked. But I want to like have like this own self-contained B plot where it's just Mace Windu, like, right? He gets his robot hand, and he's just like, I am going to fuck shit up, and nobody will stop me.
And he gets cut down immediately by Vader.
Yeah, exactly. I just want to see more Samuel L. Jackson. I love him so much.
I would love to see, because Samuel L. Jackson doesn't age for some reason.
Yeah, he doesn't. Him and Hirohiko Araki, they're vampires.
For some reason they don't age. I would love to see a between episodes 2 and 3 live action Samuel L. Jackson Windu movie. Mm-hmm. Either movie or TV definitely. Series. Make it happen, Disney.
Please.
You're so about diversity.
Just
Here,
call it Windu.
I am kneeling and handing you the sword.
Yeah. Just call it Windu. You'll be fine. Also, here's another thing. Bad Batch related. Now, before initially watching it, I looked at Omega, and even as a clone, knowing that she was a clone, I was like, or a normal one, I was like, why does she look like a white bitch from Maine? What's going on here? Why does she look like that? But now with the added context that much like Boba, she is like a direct first generation clone of Jango, my immediate reaction is, why doesn't she look like Tamora Morrison? Why is she white? Why is she so white? Like, why is she so pale?
But then you realize she's been isolated on Camino for so long. She's never seen the sun.
That is true. But she's whiter than most other, like, of the normal clones.
She was as pale as Boba from the Clone Wars. She was the exact same skin tone.
Boba wasn't even that pale, right?
Yeah, Boba wasn't. And Omega was just as pale as he was.
Yeah.
It's also, you have very bright, soft white lighting, which makes anyone look paler. When they got out of Camino, she looked tanner.
I don't think that's the case at all, because the normal clones looked great. They were just as tan as they need to be, right? They had the same skin tone as Tamora Morrison, which is what you want,
yeah,
right?
New Zealand.
Yeah, New Zealand, right? Omega still doesn't have that. And, like, it's weird. And this isn't me trying to say, oh, we need to have, like, diversity. No, one, I love diversity. And two, this isn't even, like, a whole political issue. This is just, if she is a clone...
Yeah, it's proper animation. Yeah. And this is nitpicking on our part. We're still going to be happy no matter what with it, because it's a fun era of Star Wars to finally be explored. I
could excuse it for, like, Echo, because Echo was, like, fucking iced for 4 years.
Yeah.
Not 4 years, but a while, right?
Like 2 years.
Exactly. Also, I don't know if you noticed, but have you noticed how Wrecker looks exactly like Tamora Morrison?
He looks eerily like him.
Yeah, he looks so much like Tamora Morrison. It's really weird.
He looks like Boba Fett Tamora Morrison from Mandalorian. And it's good. It's good. I applaud that.
Oh,
but, like,
he looks so good.
Yeah, Tech,
Here, let me post a
Tech
picture of
being
him.
Tech being pale makes sense. Echo being pale makes sense. Tech is always inside or always behind a monitor. So yeah, he's not going to get the sun. Echo was on ice for like 2 years straight. It makes sense.
Yeah, I'm copying an image.
Hunter,
I just want to Google images.
he was never really
I
pale.
just posted a picture of Wrecker, and now I'm gonna get a picture of Tamora Morrison just to.
Yeah. Yeah, that looks like it looks like Tamora, and that's really cool about it. And I love the level of detail in this is so good.
Oh my god! Yeah.
It has the jawline, it has the ears. The only difference is
the same person.
Boba Fett doesn't have eyebrows for some reason.
Oh shit! You're right. He doesn't have eyebrows. I didn't notice that.
But Wrecker is more powerful. He has hair.
He has hair.
Or Boba Fett's Super Saiyan 3.
Maybe, yeah.
But like the detail on everything with Wrecker is so cool. It still looks like it's clay sculpted, like how it was for the original Clone Wars, and that's awesome. I adore this art style. But everything looks like it has its place. Everything looks properly worn and weathered.
Mm-hmm.
And that is something a lot of Star Wars has not been able to do. Notably Rebels in the sequel trilogy. And that's not me jabbing them. I love Rebels. It's really fun. It's a good show to watch. But the problem with both of them is it doesn't handle the depth and grittiness that the Clone Wars art style did.
Right.
Because if you look at the Victory and Death stormtroopers at the end scene, you feel like they're stormtroopers. These guys are soldiers. Their armor is sterile. You feel cold around them. But when you look in Rebels, it's like, I have a bubble bucket on my head.
Bubble bucket. Yeah, it looks so weird. It's almost like
weird.
They look like handlebars at the bottom.
Yeah. Not like, oh, this is where I attach a respiratory system for when I'm in space.
Yeah.
You look at...
Let me also get a picture of Rebel Stormtroopers in the chat here.
If you get a picture of, like, Fives or Rex in any of the Phase 2 troopers, every section on that armor has purpose. Notably Rex's, because his is completely customized. All the clone trooper armors has purpose with theirs. Now, yeah, it was more customized than
a Rebel style 12-inch figure that Walmart sells, because I think it looks really cursed.
Oh god, I gotta see this. What is this for?
This is for Rebels.
What the?
Yeah.
What?
So strange, right?
That looks like... I don't feel like I'm allowed to say that on stream. That looks... Is that a toy or a costume?
That is a toy. That is a 12-inch figure that Walmart sells.
Huh. Do you know what I see when I see... Do you know what I hear when I see that? 1 centimeter defeater.
Oh my god.
It's just awkward. It looks bad. There's no detail on the legs.
I know. Even on the chest is like very little detail at all.
It's flat.
I know.
And all the memers are gonna say flat is justice. That's not.
That's
an insult.
This is 12 inches too. I might add a whole foot.
That's disappointing. I mean, you compare that to the Black Series figures.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just gonna pull up the Bad Batch right now, because that's what's relevant.
It hurts because like when Fortnite has a better Stormtrooper model than you, it kind of says something. I just posted a picture of the Stormtrooper model from Fortnite.
That looks like it's out of Battlefront.
Yeah, it's really good looking.
It's really good looking. It's surprising.
Yeah, and for reference, I'm posting also a movie accurate figure, just so people have a reference of what the helmet and body is
Yeah,
supposed to look like.
that looks amazing. Not that.
Yeah, Rebels just ugh.
And
See, okay.
here's your Black
Yeah.
Series figures by Hasbro. Oh my god, these are amazing.
Yeah.
The detail is so good, and whether it's your Hunter, your Crosshair figure, Ventress, Bo-Katan, or what I've been calling the Proto Death Troopers, because they're not covert ops troopers. That's sadly admitted to.
That green visor, it reminds me a lot of the jet troopers from OG Battlefront 2.
Yeah, but if you look at it, it's pretty much Death Trooper.
Yeah, hang on, let me get a picture of that too.
The Death Troopers?
Or no, the jet troopers from OG Battlefront.
You get that, I'm getting Death Troopers.
Alright. Which Death Trooper though? Are we talking Dark Forces or Mando?
Death Trooper, not Dark Trooper.
Oh, Death Trooper. Right. Those are the ones from Rogue One, right?
Yeah, Rogue One, Rebels, Mando. Oh right. Yeah, OG Battlefront 2. Yeah, these guys.
The unit.
Yeah, these were awesome.
Mhm.
I sucked as them though.
I love them. Like, put a jetpack on anything, I'll use it.
There's your Death Trooper. There's your Death Trooper captain.
Right.
And their visor is green. Here is a here's a up close personal with the helmet. That is a very green visor, and that is just like these covert op troopers.
Yeah. Also, I'm gonna be honest. Even though I hate how Battlefront 2 did like zero things with the original trilogy and just focused on Clone Wars stuff, I'm surprised we never got to see the 212 paratrooper make it in as customization. Because I love that helmet. I love that entire like armor.
That's really surprising to think about.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Battlefront 3 will probably focus a lot more on that because. I wouldn't be surprised if Battlefront 3 was exclusively, like, prequels, Bad Batch, Mando stuff, right?
I wouldn't complain.
Yeah. Fun fact, there was not a single, actual, like, clone armor built for the movies.
Yeah, they were all CG.
It was the only faction in Star Wars not to have a, like a life-size suit. Even the battle droids, they built like a real battle droid for reference. They didn't do that with the clones.
Yeah, it's kind of weird to think about.
Yeah.
Because you have everything with the hype of the prequels and everything at their disposal. Star Wars was already a $1 billion franchise.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And then
also,
you have
by the way,
the 501st.
Better than 501st.
Oh.
Every day of the week. Every day of the week. That orange, yes please, yes please.
I'm still a huge fan of the Coruscant Guard.
Oh yeah.
They're overhated.
They're right boys.
They're overhated.
I think they tried to kill a kid. Let's be honest.
I still think the Coruscant Guard
I just realized something.
is overhated.
I'm still on Google looking at images of the paratrooper, and I found this, and I just realized that the Purge troopers from Fallen Order have the same helmet.
You just realized that?
I just realized that, yeah, because I've never really had a good look at the Purge troopers, because I've only ever seen them in-game.
Yeah. I love the Purge trooper.
Oh, yeah?
I just wish they had... I wish they had the armor colored detailing of the paratrooper, though.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, having the little extra lines would have been so cool to see.
Mm-hmm. Aren't the Purge troopers clones?
Yeah, they're the last generation of clones.
Oh, okay. Who voiced them in Fallen Order? Was it D. Bradley Baker?
I think it was Baker.
Right. Looking it up right now.
Already on it.
Oh yeah.
Let's see here.
Because if D. Bradley Baker is involved in this at all, I know it was him.
Clone Troopers, D. Bradley Baker.
Oh, okay. See, but is that the Purge troopers, though? Because there are normal clone troopers in the game. And I know those are...
They're counted as them.
Okay.
Yeah. God, I cannot wait for Battlefront 3 or the Fallen Order 2 or whatever the Ubisoft Star Wars open world game is going to be.
That I am concerned about that.
You're concerned?
I am concerned. Ubisoft's story modes haven't really been good for like half a decade.
No, but it's supposed to be a multiplayer. It's a multiplayer game.
Oh, multiplayer open. So what is it, like Far Cry, Star Wars?
I guess.
Huh.
But like the whole community has been nicknaming it Assassin's Creed Coruscant.
Oh, is it set on Coruscant? Really?
We don't know. We're just nicknaming it. It's just been nicknamed that.
Yeah, man, I just want like Star Wars: The Old Republic again. That MMO so overhated, so underappreciated.
I want an Old Republic trilogy.
Yeah, dude. I think that'd be cool.
Hell yeah, it'd be cool.
Man, we've been going 100 minutes now.
Yeah, we are quite a ways in. We're 101 minutes in.
Yeah.
This would be so much easier if it was if we were doing this face to face with like a monitor in between us.
Yeah. Mhm.
But we don't have a crew, we don't have the quarters to do this. We live multiple states apart.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm also like drained because of real life. I'm almost done with my term for college.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I have a final exam tomorrow and I have to update my portfolio for drawing on Friday. But after that, I have one term left and I'm going over to university.
Oh, that's cool. Good job.
It's big, it's surprising, and it's really weird to think about because of how much your life shifts in just a short amount of time.
Right. Well, it's 8 o'clock. I think we should.
Yeah, I say we call it off here. For the people that have actually been sticking around, we have 2 viewers right now that have stuck around.
3 right now.
Yeah, if you guys are absolutely amazing for sticking around, and it means a lot to both of us because it means that people are actually caring about this, and we're gaining more traction with every minute of this podcast.
Right, and if you guys shadow banned us because what I said about Amber Heard is a problem.
It gives us hope that one day this podcast will grow bigger and be able to have its own community. Being able to have something like this for complete nerdcore culture. Yeah, we're not major, we're not Joe Rogan, we're not Rexing around, we're not Rooster Teeth, but we're finding our way. And everyone has to start from 0 subscribers, and hopefully one day this will hit 100K or 1 million.
Yeah, we should like, since we're on Discord, we should get like the Groovy Bot in here, and we should like have dedicated laugh tracks. Ironically, you know,
just for every bad joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, thank you for everything. Continuing this, we're gonna hopefully be back on schedule. Hopefully soon. Yeah. And this will allow us to have more fun. We might even start doing it to where we set up a Twitch and we stream video games for AirCon to where we can be in touch with the community again.
I could kick your ass in Halo. Everyone can watch.
Please subscribe. Please share these videos. Like it. It brings a lot of joy to us just being able to sit down and do this podcast. We're going to try to get some of our friends as guests. We will try to get people we know as guests.
One of my Twitter mutuals actually, when I tweeted about it, he wanted to come on. So maybe next time we stream, if Carter isn't available.
So we'll talk to you next time, guys. Stay cool. Stay relaxed.